Morning folks, so it's Monday morning and it's a good morning. Why is it a good morning? Well, that's pretty easy. Sun's out for a start, which is always nice. It hasn't piddled down all weekend, again, another great thing. And today I've got the machine coming in to do some finishing off and some tidying up. Now, why would that be such a great thing? It's frankly because when I first started this place, I knew that I needed to build a car park up in here, but there was no road in. There wasn't even anything that looked like it might be the start of a road in, and I really had no idea about how I was going to do it. I'm like, well, I'm going off the basis of we'll give it a bash. And now I'm at a point where I'm tidying up and finishing off, which is just, you know, there's part of me wondered if I would ever get to that point, and here we are. So that's something for me to be pleased about. And did I mention the sun was shining? That always helps. Other reasons to be cheerful. New 30-inch bow saw with a spare blade, £8, massive result. So like I said, a lot of today is about tidying up and sorting out. I'm just going down now for the first kind of inspection of what the ground's like, but you know, it's dried up, which is a massive help. And it's just going to be a lot easier to work with. Just walking through, we can see that there's a lot of stuff has gone from what was quite muddy, to be fair, when it was wet before, actually quite muddy prior to me putting this bottom drain back in, to now is, well, you can see for yourself, this was area around here was just mud, and now it's dried up. So there, number one, that makes life a lot easier. So having had a bit of a wander around this morning, there is a lot of stuff such as this bottom area here that like the leaves have collected, and it did have a nice draining that ran away, but it's got boggy and muddy, and that just needs to be tidied up and have the drain re-established into it. And there's, you know, there's bits of tidying up, so it's good news really. There's a lot of work, a lot of it needs to be done, but it's just nice that, you know, I can drive up and round here now, and it's that. So here that says that there is some form of road here, but just got to square it up a bit. But I don't know if it's going to show up on GoPro, but you check out across, you can probably possibly see the snow-capped top of Saddleback there. It's warm, it feels like a spring day, it feels like spring's on its way in, and do you know what, it's just all round good. Did any of you guys watch Crankworks Rotorua over the weekend? It was really good. If you haven't seen it, you definitely owe it to yourself to check out the highlights packages. The slopestyle, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, but the slopestyle was ace, and it was really fitting tribute to Kelly McGarry, and quite frankly, that guy knew how to build a slopestyle course. I have no experience in that side of things, but it looked ace, and all the pros were saying how good it was. It just brilliant. The stuff that they were pulling was kind of mind blowing. There was definitely some new tricks coming out. So the slopestyle course was amazing, but what I really wanted to watch it for was the downhill, because over there at Rotorua they've got very sort of quite sandstony soil. There's not many rocks around, and they've got a lot of larches. Now that's very, very much like this place, so obviously that was really interesting for me to watch and check out. Obviously the camera angles were slightly limiting. I mean, it's not their fault that they're trying to film on the side of a mountain, but I would have liked to have a look at that lake jump up at the top. but you still got to see a lot of the action. Obviously it's Brad J commentating, and I don't know if any of you guys found this, but I caught it when there was already somebody in the hot seat, and he's saying it's this guy called Phil Twill, and I'm like, who's that? I thought I'd heard of everyone who was racing today, or at least kind of heard of them at least once before, but Phil Twill, is he a French guy, or who is he? Anyway, it pans over to him, and there's his name is written up with the British flag next to him. I'm like, it was Phil Atwill. All right, okay. So also this weekend I bought a book called Norwegian Wood. I don't know whether it's one that you've heard of before, but it's one that I've been trying to get hold of for a little while, and read a couple of chapters of it. It's awesome, brilliant book if you're into that kind of thing. But he just talks about one of the early chapters just talks about the importance of keeping stuff really sharp, and to be fair, that's probably something that I'd neglected. So while I'm waiting for the machine to arrive, that's what we're doing this morning. But bush knife you can now shave the hair on the back of your hands with, so mission accomplished with that one. So it's 2 o'clock, the digger hasn't arrived yet, which shouldn't really be a surprise, I suppose. I'm red hot from doing the sawing. Next job is start to mark out on the road about the pieces that I want to use, so I'm going to go and grab a rake and put some markings in so I can know where I'm going from there. So in fairness, 10 minutes after calling them out on not being here with the digger, they arrived, so really should have had a bit more patience, I suppose. But it's here now, let's crack on. So it's just struck me that I thought this was going to be like a one-day video, just for Mondays, but I'm probably not going to be able to edit and upload this video until Wednesday, because I've got the sun's starting to go down now, but I've got no intention of going home just yet. I'll probably be too late for editing and uploading, so it's probably going to be over a couple of days. So today's Monday, first day of the machining, and starting to do some tidying up now, which is perfect. And well, that's not far off now, to be honest with you. The drainage and stuff I can put back in after the machine's gone, and yeah, just do machine stuff for a couple of days. So I think that's what this video is going to turn into. Might be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday video. Anyway, let's crack on with it.
Oh, goddamn coffee is spilling everywhere.
Right, day 2. I didn't get back until late last night, so I didn't film and upload yesterday's as a separate one. So it's all going to probably going to be a bit of a 3-day event. Managed to get some good stuff done yesterday, which has certainly helped, and we'll add to that today. So it's a bright and early start, just I'm not bright and early. I'm early, but I'm not bright. Right, so I've just been for a scout around and checking out what I did last night. It's fairly clear from scouting around what today's order of tasks is going to be. The road stuff can be done tonight because it's just straight up and down delivering loads, so I can just do it in the dark with the lamps on. I don't know if you can see here, but can you see like a dark brown patch where there's a slight dip? Then that's where that dip is where it gets wet, and those are the ones to tackle. So there's another one over here that has got wet. It's like a dipped down patch. So these are the ones that we need to bolster some stuff on, and obviously there's an advantage to doing that during the day because you can see what the heck's going on. So I've filled out some holes and dips and stuff in the car park, and it's worked out pretty good. It's levelled them off quite nicely, so I'm going to have a sandwich and I'm going to do some more. So it's getting towards late afternoon. We've pretty much filled all the holes on the road, on the car park, sorry. And now it's time to move back down towards the road area again and get that sorted out. So I'm at that tricky point in the evening now where, what time is it? It's Tuesday night. I don't know if it's even showing up. It's 13 minutes past 11. I started at 9 o'clock, so we're kind of 14 hours deep now. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but not very far up the road, like 5 minutes really, there's a service station, 24-hour service station and truck stop, and it sells big cups of coffee. And I'm at that point where I'm really kind of craving just turning this off for a minute and go and get a cup of coffee, but I'm also at a point where I can kind of see the end, and I know that if I go and get coffee, I'll get to the end, get home at 3 or whatever. I don't know how long I think probably got about 4 hours left. Yeah, so get home at like 3, maybe 4, and I won't be able to sleep because I've already had a couple of coffees, and I'll be honest with you, another kind of energy drink, so I've already probably had enough now. But it's tricky, man. I really want to go and get another coffee. But so what I've done instead is I've gone for strawberry flavoured water, and let's see if that gets us through to the end. So folks, I've got my lamp on at the moment, so I've got it facing at me because obviously it's pitch black up here. I don't know whether you can see or not, so I'm trying that, so sorry for the squinting. Also, I'm quite tired now. I think I'm like 17 hours in. It's, I don't know if you can read that on there, but the time says 2:15. I've got the heater on at the moment, full blast in the car. 1 second. I'll just let the heater heat up. So basically, I was going to go for a coffee earlier, but I didn't, because I thought I wanted to sleep tonight. I wanted to go home and sleep tonight, and I've still got stuff to do here, so I'm really tired now. And on the basis of like operating heavy machinery and stuff like that, it's probably a good idea for me to have a nap. So my plan is, as genius as it might not seem, is I'm just going to set my alarm on my phone and get a few hours kip, and then wake up again. Either wake up because I'm cold, or wake up because the alarm's gone off, and get back at it, and crack on from there. This part is probably making no sense at all. I'm dog tired. I'm just going to go for a nap. So it's 5:43 on what is now Wednesday morning. I can't say that was a good sleep, but it was some sleep. So I've just got back from getting a coffee. We'll have that, see if that perks us up a little bit, and crack on and go again. So guys, it's 11:30 now on Wednesday, which means that, give or take, a cheeky nap in the car, bit of a rubbish cheeky nap in the car. Anyway, I've definitely been going about the best part of 24 hours, 26, whatever. The best advice I can give you is, if you don't have to, don't do it. It's rubbish. If you do find yourself in a position, I can't even get this cap on. If you do find yourself in a position where you have to, the other advice I would give you is, if you accidentally give yourself the caffeine jitters, then set yourself the target of drinking 2 litres of water in under 20 minutes. Works every time. It happened to me earlier on this morning, and it's horrible, that kind of sticky feeling, and you just shake. And anyway, bit of water and it went. So wagon's on its way to pick this up. It's a nice day. I am going to stay and do a little bit of raking out. The intention is to try and get this edited and uploaded tonight. Can't guarantee that. May end up falling asleep by the time I've had something to eat and seen the wife and kids, but if not tonight, it'll be up very, very shortly. Anyway, the whole project of it was really successful. This thing just does far more work than with me than I can do on my own with a wheelbarrow or whatever, so we've got a result. It's a bit of a nightmare staying up for ages, but it gets you what you're after, so woohoo! Right, I'm rambling now. Thanks very much for your time, folks, and I'll see you soon.